Just when you thought you pulled the last pine needle out of the living room carpet, it's that time of year again. Time for decking the halls, enjoying the aroma of freshly baked gingerbread, and even mistletoe kissing. In keeping with the season, our first story today is about a special group of kids who are giving their time to make the Christmas season a little merrier for some less fortunate children. This year in Medina County, the Toys for Tots program is being spearheaded by the 4-H program. Although the idea is simple, there's plenty of work in store for the volunteers, but always time for a little fun. Once donations are made, the volunteers sort through the bags and boxes, making sure all the pieces to the puzzles are there. They check for broken items, make sure the batteries are included, then divide the toys into age groups. Jenny King is one of the leaders in this year's drive and told Brunswick Today about the program.
We're Medina County's junior leaders, and we're 4-Hers that are 14 years and older that are also involved in 4-H, and we work with the Marine Corps. Anybody that fills out an application is qualified to get toys. On the application, you just put the ages of the children that you have and hints on what they would like for Christmas, and we fill orders from that, and we fill orders for all ages of youth. We accept donations of new toys and good used toys, and we also accept monetary donations, which helps if there's any age groups that have a hard time getting toys, or not even toys, just items that they could use for Christmas. And we use that money to help spread it more evenly through all the age groups.
If you'd like to donate to this year's Toys for Tots drive, here's some information. Donations accepted will be new toys, clean used toys, or cash donations are welcome too. Donations can be dropped off at any Old Phoenix Bank branch in Brunswick or at the collection center that's on North Court Street next to Domino's Pizza in Medina. To register to receive toys, you can call the Medina County branch of the Cooperative Extension Service at 225-7100.
This is the Medina County Extension Update, brought to you by your local office of the Ohio State University Cooperative Extension Service.
Hello, this is Jim Smolka of the Medina County Cooperative Extension Service. Poinsettias are America's top-selling potted plant. In Ohio alone, nearly 2.8 million of this popular potted plant were sold in 1985. We have with us today both Arthur and Paul Barco of Barco Sons Incorporated, wholesale growers of plants and flowers in Medina, Ohio, to discuss the care of poinsettias in the home. Okay, Arthur, you have a large place here. How much of your square footage is devoted to poinsettias?
We have about 40,000 square feet devoted to poinsettias at this time.
I see. Okay, very good. There are a number of color varieties of the poinsettias available. Could you give us some idea of what are the most popular varieties?
Red's the most popular. We grow about 70% red, 10% pink, 10% white, and about 5% dawn and 5% jingle bells here.
Okay, thank you. Could you tell us a little bit about the origin of the poinsettia?
The poinsettia came from Mexico, and it was brought to the United States by Robert Poinsettia, and it was named after him. And there was quite a few breeders that have done work on it to improve the poinsettia, and they've come up with new varieties over the years.
Okay, I see. Well, very interesting. What should you look for, or what should the homeowner look for in selecting a poinsettia plant for his home?
Well, first you got to decide what color they want, and then you should look for a good-sized flower bract. The flower itself is the center of the poinsettia. They're not really as important, but when you're selecting, you should try to make sure you have those on them to hold up a little better. But also look for a sturdier stem. You know, you don't want a plant that will fall over right away. And a deep dark color also is helpful. You don't want them all faded out.
I see, I see. Okay, what are the light requirements of the poinsettia plant? Do they prefer full sun, or do they prefer shady conditions in the home?
They like quite a bit of light. They'll tolerate either, but they will not tolerate drafts or high heat areas, like don't put them on top of a TV that gets warm or something.
Okay, I see. I see. What about the frequency of watering and the drainage requirements and so forth?
Well, watering goes by your home conditions. You know, you can't say water every other day or something. If you just feel the top of the soil, if it feels dry, then go ahead and water it thoroughly. And then don't let it sit in a pan of water or anything. Just water it real good, let it drain out, then put it back.
Okay, I see. That should be very helpful. People want to generally maximize the period of time that the poinsettia is blooming in the home. How can they go about trying to keep it blooming as long as possible?
Keep it in a room that's cool, about 60 degrees, and make sure you don't dry the poinsettia out or wilt it, because that will shorten the life of the plant. Mm-hmm. And that's about it.
Okay, I see. I see. This question occasionally will come up. How easy is it to get a poinsettia plant to reflower the following season after keeping it the entire year?
It's pretty hard, really, to do it. The plant lasts a long time. It will last about 2 or 3 months blooming. And you can grow it in the summertime as a foliage plant, but to reflower it in the fall is pretty difficult because you have to have the right conditions, and you have to shorten the days, which is pretty hard in the house because you got so many lights. You really have to put it in a closet to shorten the days during the fall to get it to flower.
Okay, so what would your recommendation be to the general public?
I just buy a new one each year.
Okay, okay, that's probably about the easiest thing to do, I suspect, then. Okay, very good. A question that generally comes up every year is the question as to whether poinsettia plants or any parts of them are poisonous to humans. Is this the case?
No, they are not. In fact, they used to, back in Mexico, use it to treat for fever with the Indians, latex, which is a white stuff in the poinsettia, but it is non-toxic to people.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm sure that'll be very helpful, especially for those homeowners who have children and want to keep a poinsettia plant around. Okay, I hope this program has been of interest to you and has given you enough information to enjoy your poinsettia plants much more this coming holiday season. Thank you.
This has been the Medina County Extension Update, brought to you by your local office of the Ohio State University Cooperative Extension Service.
On November 26th, when most families were getting ready for the next day's Thanksgiving celebration, a group of Brunswick kids were getting ready for a future in dancing. Guest instructor Brenda Steady with the Akron Dance Institute helped out by giving some advice and a chance to study at the Institute. The night was part of the city's Parks and Recreation Ballet program, and those selected for enrollment at the Institute would even be eligible for scholarships. The participants in the evening's events were auditioning for a chance to study at the Akron Dance Institute, and Brenda Steady told us a little about the program.
The program is run 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. It is several different levels. It starts with preschoolers and runs through senior year in high school. The children take anywhere from 1 to 10 lessons a week. When they get more advanced, they are involved in modern classes, jazz classes, character dance, and ballet. The most advanced class is allowed to perform in the experimental dance ensemble with the college program also, twice a year. A couple of the students that come from here I have had myself at the Dance Institute, so I have an interest in them and Mrs. Knies, and I enjoy it. It's nice to go out to other communities and see what their dance programs are like and to help bring the children into our community to give them a more advanced, involved training. Dancing gives you a good posture, a nice straight spine, strong muscles, stronger lungs, an appreciation of music, an appreciation of movement and any other art. It helps you develop in your intelligence. It makes you a better person, whether you dance or not.
About 8 area girls will continue to better themselves by attending dance classes at the Akron Dance Institute, and they'll even get a little help with scholarship money from the city's dance program. Now, if you'd like to see some budding Brunswick ballet stars in action, you might want to attend the Nutcracker. It'll be performed at E.J. Thomas Hall December 20th and 21st. There'll be 2 showtimes each day at 2:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. They'll be performing alongside the American Ballet Ensemble from Point Park College in Pittsburgh. Those performing will be Joanne Knies and Jenny Hudsko. Tickets are still available for the Nutcracker. Just contact the E.J. Thomas box office. Last Monday's council meeting was one of awards. First, Mayor Bedell presented a special proclamation to a representative of the Marching Blue Devils, commending them on their upcoming trip to the Orange Bowl. And then for the 4th year running, Finance Director Joan Thesling was presented with the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting. The award is the highest form of recognition in the area of governmental accounting and financial reporting. Joan also received a personal award for demonstrating a constructive spirit of full disclosure for effort to clearly communicate the city's financial story and motivate potential persons and user groups to read the comprehensive annual financial report. Congratulations, Joan.
This is the report for which we received that award. And I want to once again thank council for having the foresight to see and to take the steps necessary to enable you to prepare this report, which again qualifies for the Certificate of Excellence. This report fully discloses our financial position and enables our potential investors, people who buy our paper or bonds, to give us a good bid. By good bid, I mean if they're 200 to 300 basis points lower than it would be on the fair one, thereby saving us on interest costs for the community as a whole, and especially for particular individuals portion of that. So that's why we do it. Well, I thought we did it so that council would always have nice reading material when they're here. Because I know other councilmen read that cover to cover. Thank you, Joan, for your professionalism, and thank you for being part of our city. We really appreciate it.
Oh, that's cute.
A cute chap.
Yeah, that's cute.
Sir, excuse me, but this is a highly sophisticated, skillfully engineered appliance.
Oh? What does it do?
Oh, just watch.
Well, that's another terrific sound. Hey, where can I get one of those?
It is not a party noisemaker, sir.
Well, I get it.
Now, that is what it's for.
Well, how do you like that? Oh, it cooks, too, huh?
Oh, indeed it does. In fact, it is...
You don't think that's just a little immodest?
Well, it got by the legal department.
When you say quick, how quick is that quick?
Well, let's see. What would be your guess as to the cooking time of this tangy pineapple lamb a la chinoise?
Come again?
Chinese pineapple lamb.
Oh, an hour, maybe 2?
15 minutes.
Hey, that's quick.
How long do you suppose for this robust chuck roast of beef here, eh?
Oh, that's 3 hours, easy.
Wrong again. 35 minutes.
Oh, can't be done.
Ah, but it's beautifully done. Or perhaps you prefer these savory, succulent Cornish hens lolling on a bed of rice and peas?
Beautiful. Oh, and you're going to tell me they were done in 15 minutes, right?
Wrong.
8?
Mm-hmm. With this method, you can cook almost anything in 1/3 to 1/10 the time it takes by other methods.
What's the secret?
Superheat.
Sure. From the planet Krypton.
Aha, you don't believe me, do you?
Well, heat is heat.
Well, in here, heat gets hotter, and the hotter the heat, the quicker you cook, eh?
What do you call this thing?
Well, now, for instance, if you saved only 1/2 hour of cooking time each day, you will have saved a little over a week by the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm impressed. What do you call it?
Well, then think of it in terms of cooking fuel. Now, that's 182.5 hours that you are not using gas or electricity to cook.
It's terrific. Why don't you want to tell me what it is?
And energy economy is only one way it saves money.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, because the superheat totally tenderizes the toughest tendons in no time.
Oh, toughest tendons?
Yes.
No time.
Your cheaper chuck behaves like filet mignon. Voila! Tender beef with musky mushrooms, saucy tomatoes, perky onions, and tangy olives.
Oh, looks great. Mm-hmm. Maybe you'll write the name of the thing down.
No, and think of what this cooking method can mean to your vegetables.
My vegetables?
Well, you know about your vegetables, don't you?
No. What have they been up to?
Well, your vegetables are one of the greatest sources of vitamins. And because this method cooks them in 2 or 3 minutes above water in an almost airless environment, those precious nutrients aren't boiled away. And neither are the flavor and color.
Yeah, they really look great. Mm-hmm. So tell me, what's this fantastic method of cooking with superheat called?
Well, what do the words pressure cooking mean to you?
They mean so long, see you around, and goodbye, Charlie.
Ah, I sense you're afraid of something.
Look at the word, pressure. It would make anyone nervous.
So relax, and let's talk about it, eh?
Okay. There it is on the stove, filled with pressure.
Well, yes and no.
Well, it is or it isn't. Isn't it?
Just enough to do the job. 15 pounds per square inch. Your friend, the pressure regulator, lets excess pressure escape.
Yeah, but what happens if the regulator refuses to regulate?
Well, let's see.
Yeah, the pressure builds up and boom, right?
No, probably something more like hiss.
Hiss?
Yes. The overpressure plug in the handle will simply pop out and release the pressure.
Oh. What about all those stories about soup on the ceiling and flying potatoes?
Well, nobody's perfect. I mean,
see?
People do make mistakes.
The people?
You know, like filling the pan too full so that expanding foods may block the vent pipe.
Uh-oh.
Or not checking to be sure that the vent pipe is clear in the first place.
So just looking for trouble.
Or trying to open the pan while there's still pressure inside.
That'll put broccoli on your wallpaper, all right, Charlie.
However, as long as the air vent is up, it means that there's pressure inside and the pressure cooker shouldn't be open.
Oh, close call.
Not really. The latest designs have a special lock that prevents the cover from being open when there's pressure inside.
So you can't peek at your pot roast while it's perking?
No need to. The timer tells you when the cooking's done. Just take a look around any modern kitchen and see if you can find anything that you would want to handle carelessly.
Yeah, I think I got the point.
Very good.
What's going on now?
Well, we're cooking a whole meal at once.
Oh, yeah, some kind of casserole.
Oh, yeah, you'll see. Now, we place the rack on the nicely browned chicken.
What did it do?
The rack serves as a platform for the corn on the cob and for the pears stuffed with dates, coconut, and walnuts.
Fancy.
For some snappy green beans.
That's going to be an interesting mix of flavors.
But the flavors will stay separate.
Magic?
Science. Add 1/2 cup of water.
Science?
You see, only those foods actually in the liquid can blend flavors.
And there's no liquid above the rack, huh?
Correct, sir. And since there's practically no air in pressure cooking,
flavors can't travel that way.
Science.
Magic.
Switch the power on.
Power on.
Timer ready.
Standing by. Hey, this is exciting. Periscope up, down. Come on, you can do it. You did it! Uh-oh, the rocker's not rocking.
Well, it takes a few minutes to build the required 15 pounds of pressure.
There she blows! No, I'm sorry.
We're at proper cooking temperature. Timer set for 5 minutes.
Start at 5 minutes? For that whole meal?
Well, you know, some may find that's even overcooking it a bit.
Oh.
Now think about it. Broiling, braising, baking, boiling, sautéing, steaming, frying, poaching. Pick any cooking method. They all take a little experimentation to get the recipe just the way you want it. Pressure cooking's no different. Once you get the hang of pressure cooking, consider the possibilities. Chop suey and shrimp jambalaya, bouillabaisse, Boston baked beans, and ham and cheese quiche.
Quiche?
Yes, you'll find your cute little cooker a versatile culinary companion.
Hey, paella, fruit and nut, rice pudding.
Oh, the possibilities, while not endless, are varied. Now, for this recipe, we have to reduce the pressure quickly so the food doesn't overcook.
Oh, I love that sound.
Yes, I know.
Oh, smells great. And looks beautiful. I wish someone would invent tasties, you know?
I beg your pardon?
Movies that you can taste. Tasties.
All right, well, just picture the taste of these.
I love
Well, still think it's cute?
I guess I was being a little flip.
I knew once you grasped the scientific and engineering aspects of pressure cooking.
Yeah, but I think adorable is much better, don't you?
Roll the credits, please.
Well, aren't we going to hear that other little funny sound it makes again?
Is it enough time?
Well, how long can it take, you know, while the credits are rolling?
No,
Do you think anyone noticed our reflections in the pans?
No, I don't think.
Welcome to another edition of Speaking of Books, furnished as a service of Reader's Digest condensed books. I'm Robin Bergstrom. The book we're reporting on today is The Judgment, a tense tale of dark doings in the New York apartment of a jet-set beauty dubbed by the gossip columnists the playgirl of the Western world. What the gossip columnists don't know is that she's been having an illicit affair with a prominent judge, a judge with big political plans. Soon to become his party's candidate for governor, he's already looking beyond that to the Oval Office of the White House. Only one thing stands in his way. The woman with whom he's been having his illicit affair is not the type to step aside gracefully for any man. When these two determined people clash, the results can only be explosive. The Judgment is the first novel by the Honorable Howard Goldfluss, currently a justice of the New York State Supreme Court. It's one of the selections in the current volume of Reader's Digest condensed books. And I talked recently with Judge Goldfluss about his unusual dual career. people would think that you must face a lot of tensions on the bench, and I'm sure you have a lot of tense moments. What was the tensest moment you...
I tried the first daycare center child abuse case in Bronx County.
Oh, my.
And I had to preside in a case where a 5-year-old child was taken to a bathroom in a daycare center and raped and sodomized. I found at that time, the 15 years that I was on the bench, it was the first time that I could not sit there, that I had to call a recess and walk out. It was traumatic to everyone. It was traumatic to me.
What, in heaven's name, made you decide to sit down and write a novel?
That is an excellent question. I had this plot in my head for many, many years. I started on it years ago, and then I abandoned it. And I decided, finally, I had to get it written. And I wrote it without hopes of publication.
It's a blockbuster of a first novel. It really is surprising.
Well, I'm very gratified.
Do you think age had anything to do with it?
I think you're right. I don't think I could have written this book 20 years ago. I think it took just a little bit of living to put down what was there.
As you were writing The Judgment, did you have any fear for the political overtones of what you were writing and possibly any negative repercussions on your career?
It certainly couldn't jeopardize my career. As a matter of fact, I was gratified that the vast majority of my colleagues were supportive. Truthfully, however, there were certain judges who felt that it would have been better that the book not be written. They took the position, and I can understand how they felt, they took the position that judges many times are criticized unfairly. We do the right thing, or what we consider to be right thing, not the popular thing. That's not what our purpose up there. We're supposed to carry out the law, even though it is unpopular for public consumption and public acclaim. In this particular instance, I wrote about a judge who fell from grace. But I tried to answer these very, very few critics that we must not project to the public that we are angels, that we are without the normal mortals, mortal temptations, and that if we do, we're being unrealistic and actually it's counterproductive. I thought that this book depicted the humanity of a judge, what the problems were, and how unfortunately this particular judge didn't overcome it. Most 99% do.
Our guest today has been the Honorable Howard Goldfluss, whose intriguing new novel, his first, is titled The Judgment. From its tantalizing start to its tingling surprise finish, you'll find it hard to put down. Now this is Robin Bergstrom saying goodbye for this edition of Speaking of Books, furnished by Reader's Digest Condensed Books. Hope you'll join us again soon for our next report on books you'll want to read and remember.